Okay, so we have created a class here, or created an object, and now we set up the board. And now, so imagine, okay, so now if we did not set up this board, if we did not actually enter any values, because we're putting in the 1 through 9 values in here. So imagine if I forgot to put that method in there, right? We're gonna run it, and now we see that it's all null, like what's going on? And that's because I didn't put the numbers inside. Well, I didn't call it to. I did not call this to put the numbers inside. So when you actually stop and put this bad boy in there, and you call it again, what I'm doing is I'm actually putting each value in here. And the only way I could have done this is really to turn, I think the only way I could have done it is to, if from integers to string, is to convert this integer into a string. So that's what I did here. Now, what are we going to do now? So game display board. All right, cool. We got this. All right. So we are going to display the board. So now let's look at that method. And it's going to be a public void because what we're doing is we're just trying to show the player, hey, this is how it's going to look like. And so what I did is I made it look all fancy dancy, right? I'm going to close out this here, or minimize that. So, and let me stretch this over here. So what I did was when you display the board, I made the top here just like the border. And then, of course, I put like the little bars here just to make it look pretty. Another border between those lines so people won't get confused. And I just put a tab, and then I put in the board game and then the array area. So on the first column, on the first row, and then we already put the values in there, right? 1. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to be 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. So that's how I was able to enter in the values. Just called the board game because I already called. So the board game is all the way up here. Here is where I actually made the 3D array, or the 2D array with 3 rows and 3 columns. So it's already set up over here. The public string. So I could easily just call it, and I called it already, and I already put the values inside there. And that's how I was able to know the length because it's already 3 rows and 3 columns length. So so let's go back down here and let's look at the setup. So I already put in the values here, and all I'm doing is just calling the values to put them in here to set the game. So again, let me run this. Stop running, and so that's how I was able to put in the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's where these come in. Put them right here. I put the little bar. I put the tab. I was able to call board game 0, 0 and the location based on this. So imagine if I actually put in 1, 0, right? So let's actually stop this. Let's call it. And you see 4, right? Because as you can see, this is going to be 4, 0, but that's not the value that we have entered in this area. So that is the board display. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and choose the piece. And again, this is not like we're just doing. Oh, I'm going to stop that. Let's run that to make sure that everything's good to go. Boom, back to normal. All right. Next, I want to put choosing the piece. All right. And let's see how long this video is. It's already